Welcome to week 1 of our gentle mobility and stretching series. Today's session will focus on dynamic movements designed to increase joint mobility and gently stretch key muscle groups. To begin, we'll start with a brief grounding meditation to center ourselves and prepare the mind and body for practice. Find a comfortable seated position, either cross-legged or kneeling, with your spine tall and your hands resting gently on your knees. Close your eyes and allow your body to relax. Relax into the ground beneath you. Begin by noticing the natural flow of your breath. No need to change it, just observe. When you inhale, slow and full, allow your belly to rise gently. Feel the breath bringing calmness to your body. And when you exhale, release tension, letting go of any stress or worries. Begin grounding the body. Feel your sit bones grounding into the earth beneath you. Imagine roots growing from your body into the earth, creating a stable, supportive foundation. When you inhale, draw in the energy of the earth, stabilizing and grounding yourself. And then when you exhale, let go of any attachment to external distractions. Surrender to the present moment. Now begin centering the mind. Begin to deepen your breath. Inhale through your nose, pause for a moment, and exhale slowly. Allow your mind to focus on the rhythm of your breath. As your breath steadies, feel your mind become calm and clear. Repeat this for several breaths. Inhale, silently saying to yourself, I am grounded. Exhale with the thought, I am present. Now set an intention for today's practice. This could be cultivating awareness of your body, releasing tension, or simply allowing yourself to move without judgment. As Patanjali teaches in the Yoga Sutras, when the mind is restrained, the spirit is free. Let this quote remind you to focus on creating a calm, open space within as we begin our practice. With this intention in mind, we will now move on into our physical practice. Gently open your eyes and return your awareness to the room or space around you. Let's begin. For our warm-up, we will be doing a cat-cow variation pose. We'll start with cat-cow pose to warm up the spine and increase mobility. As you inhale, drop your belly towards the mat, lifting your chest and chin. Feel the stretch in your erector spinae as you open the front body and the engagement of your hip flexors. When you exhale, round your back, tucking your tailbone under, press into the mat with your hands, spreading your shoulder blades apart to stretch the trapezius and rhomboids. Pull your chin towards your chest to release tension along the cervical spine. Continue this flow for 10 rounds or more, moving fluidly and creating space in your spine. Allow your breath to guide you in and out of each pose, from cat all the way up to cow. Slow down your breath, slow down your heart rate. Feel each vertebrae in your spine as you begin to extend it in your cat pose and flex it. As you continue doing these poses, remember the grounding that you created for yourself and that space that you created for yourself. And like water, flow, shape, and mold into the freeness of that feeling. As you look up, use your eyes to look past your third eye, or the space right in between your two eyes and eyebrows. This gives a little bit of facial muscle recognition in your pose, allowing more of a flow into and out of the pose. Feel every micro movement in your body as you transition from cat to cow. And we're not forcing the stretch to where it's painful, but taking it right where we can just do it enough. The goal of yoga, according to Patanjali, is to do it effortlessly. There should be no restrictions in your body once you have mastered each asana. Now let's move on into child's pose. Sit back on your heels and let your chest rest on your thighs. Extend your arms forward, palms pressing into the mat. Feel the stretch in your latissimus dorsi, the large muscle of your back. Close your eyes and take deep breaths. As you inhale, feel your belly rise and your diaphragm expand. As you exhale, let go of any tension in your lower back and shoulders, allowing your body to relax deeper into the pose. Stay here for 1 minute, breathing deeply and softly. And as you're in this pose, there are a couple different variations that you can take. You can use a cushion to support your lower back. You can use a cushion to support your forehead as it comes forward when you're laying your head down onto the mat. And when you're comfortable, eventually you can just move it out of the way altogether and just slowly integrate into the ground. Remember, every exhale, all of the tension leaves your body. Imagining a big ball of light and air filling your lower back when you inhale from your diaphragm and your root chakra, and then releasing it completely to the exterior world, relieving you of any tension in your body. Go as deep and as far as you can and play around with your range of motion. Any thoughts arising in your mind, simply let go of. Many times in silence, our thoughts rush into our forehead, into our brain, and then the worries begin and the new challenges begin. If we use these restorative, gentle practices on our body at the same time while increasing our flexibility and mobility, we can allow our body to have freedom. And when our body has freedom, our mind has freedom. Now sitting upright and straight with both feet parallel to the ground, focus on letting your root ground into the earth. You are a tree. The base of your spine is the trunk. Sink it further down into the ground, imagining all of the vertebrae in your spine in a straight line. Your hands relaxed gently on the ground. You can slowly use your hands to adjust your body so that you can be as straight and erect as possible. Notice just any subtle tension happening in your body. Your legs might start shaking from the tightness of your hips, so give them a good shake if you need. Move your toes, move anything that you can to make you relax even further into this sitting asana. Next, let's move into the knee to chest stretch. Lie on your back and hug your left knee into your chest. Feel the compression in your hip flexors and the gentle stretch in your gluteus maximus and lower back. This asana is known as the Apanasana, or the knee to chest stretch. Take about 5 to 6 breaths on each side or more. Inhale, lengthening your spine along the mat. Exhale, gently press your lower back into the floor, engaging your sacrum and releasing tension in your quadratus lumborum. After 5 to 6 breaths or more, switch sides. Feel the stretch and release with each breath. You can also do a little bit of circles here on each side, moving around that hip muscle, imagining it rotating interior and exterior. Continue to elongate your breaths, making them deep and full, imagining the breath traveling from the bases of your feet all the way into the area in which is tight or has tension. From there, it will expand the area, allowing you for more range of motion. Do this with your mind and your body. comfortable, go ahead and get up on both of your feet as we move on to the next stretch. This is the lunge. Slowly inhaling and exhaling, plant your feet as far as you can in front of you. Bring your right knee down and push forward, driving with your hips as you feel the stretch in your groin, your lower back, and your hips. You can place your hands on your knees to support you further, or behind your back to push a little bit further into the stretch. Your quadriceps and groin should begin opening up slowly. You then, when you're ready, can begin to do small arm circles, rotating your back muscles, rotating your shoulders. When we bring our hands up, we are inhaling. When we bring our hands down, we are exhaling. When you exhale, push a little bit further into the stretch. Feel free to use your knee as a support system. Once again, we're focusing on every little macro movement happening within our body. And we can go in and out of this pose if we start getting a little uncomfortable or the stretch is a little too tight. Remember, we're just playing with our body. We're not forcing anything and making it painful. We want to make it as easy and at ease as possible while still creating a little bit of a challenge in our body so that we can grow and expand. When you're ready, stand back up very carefully and go into the next leg. Every inhale and exhale should be pushing you further and further into the stretch. We're not jumping into the deep end, but simply learning the depths of our ocean. As a reminder, you can use your hands on your lower back and push your pelvis forward so that you can incorporate more of the stretch into your quadriceps and into your groin. You can relax your back left foot on the ground so you can have more of a stretch as well. next asana. Walk towards the front of your mat. Take a gentle squat down with your knees shoulder width apart. Using your hands as support, move your body down into your mat in the same position that we held earlier. Keeping your back erect and straight, slowly transition yourself into the next pose. And here, we can use a pillow or a meditation mat as support. You can also use a yoga block as we begin our forward bend. When we're doing the forward bend, we're focusing a lot on the movement of our hips and our pelvis. Focus on your pelvic floor and slowly push your hips forward, keeping your back straight as you come forward. You can lift up your knees ever so gently to make the stretch less intense and so that you can work your way through. Using your hands as guides, you can walk them down to your feet. If you cannot reach your feet yet, that is totally fine and totally normal. We just have to slowly integrate into our forward bend. As you can see here, I am using a meditation mat to help with my head support so that I can be as relaxed as possible. This is one of the fundamentals of yin yoga. Just understanding that our body has to slowly get into these challenging positions so that we may master them with grace. Now keeping your head relaxed and your neck loose and your back curved yet straight on the lower back. Rock back and forth using your hips so that you can relax more into the forward fold. You can do a little bit of a wiggle and just enjoy your time in this space. Remember, you don't necessarily have to hold the forward bend as long as you want, but you also can simply just go in and out of the pose. Shake your legs, shake your hips, keep everything as loose as possible, and keep using your breath to expand your body awareness, to expand your connection with yourself. Grab your toes as well to use it as the micro movement to pull you forward. Remember here, we are opening up our hip joints and our adductors. Continue this movement 8 to 10 times or more, breathing deeply and finding that flow. And as you continue to explore this space, remind yourself that you are grounded and that you are present. Absorb yourself into your environment and use that as the support of the universe. Seating back up now and then lying slowly on our back, we will begin our next stretch. Here, we're going to be doing the Reclined Figure-Four stretch, or the Supta Kapotthasana. back for the Reclined Figure-Four stretch. Cross your left ankle over your right knee, forming a figure-four shape. Inhale, gently press your right knee away, engaging your gluteus medius and opening up your hip joint. Exhale, lift your right leg and interlace your hands behind your right thigh, gently pulling it towards you. Feel the stretch in your gluteus maximus and piriformis. Hold for 1 minute or more on each side, using your breath to relax your lower back and sacrum. Then switch sides and repeat. As we conclude today's session, take a moment to notice how your body feels. Remember that gentle mobility and stretching can enhance your well-being and prepare your body for deeper practices. Thank you for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you next time.
Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me in week 1 of our 4-week flexibility and mobility routine. As you see, the breath is our guide. The more and more we can breathe into our body, releasing micro tension, the more and more our body slowly begins to give in and open up. In this first week, focus not on the speed or the force of the stretch, but more focus on the micro feelings that you sense when going in each pose, from any soreness in the hips to focusing all the way on the muscle that is being affected, from all aspects of the breath opening up that space and the tension to your environment around you. I highly recommend doing this outside, as Senses Yoga promotes the outdoors, as it is our beautiful universe that we get to experience, as well as the sounds of nature and the beauty of this universe will aid you in your 4-week routine. You can spend anywhere from 25 to 30 to 45 minutes in all of these exercises, but make sure you're focusing on the micro movements. As you begin to build your awareness of these micro movements, you can then get into deeper states of consciousness and therefore have deeper states of yoga. Becoming healthier, becoming happier, becoming more connected and at union with yourself, the world around you, and others. I hope you enjoyed this first week of our practice. Practice this every single day this week for 25 to 45 minutes, and I will see you on week 2. Thank you.